Davy Jones, known as the Demon of the Depths, he is a legendary myth in the real world, but a pirate that actually existed in One Piece. The Davy Back fight, created on Pirate Island, is named after him. Although he is not mentioned much in the story, Oda did talk about him in an SBS and even drew his design. And in today's video, we will be exploring the theory that Davy Jones might be connected to Blackbeard, even possibly related to him, and we will uncover Blackbeard's real name. But just before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content. We first have to establish that Blackbeard comes from an unusual race. It is in chapter 1107 when Saturn mentions that Blackbeard's lineage is special that we get this idea. Blackbeard is from a special race, and based on the clues Oda has provided us, we also know that he comes from a winter island. To prove this point further, Oda even drew him as a child in an SBS with snow at his feet. And according to Blackbeard's Vivid card, he grew up in the Grand Line. So what exactly is the special lineage that Blackbeard comes from, which originates from a winter island in the Grand Line? Well, this special lineage that Blackbeard belongs to is none other than the lineage of Davy Jones. First, we need to understand who exactly Davy Jones is in One Piece. Thanks to Robin in chapter 306, we find out that the Davy Back fight was invented on Pirate Island, and since this game was named after him, we can deduce that Pirate Island used to be under the control of Davy Jones way before Xebec. We don't have any information on when Davy Jones existed, but since he lived before Xebec, there's a possibility that he was around during the Void Century. In the SBS of volume 38, Oda says that Davy Jones was a greedy deck chief who was famous for putting all the crew's valuables in his own locker. He was so wicked, even for a pirate, that one day the devil himself cursed Davy to live at the bottom of the sea forever, swabbing the deck of a sunken ship and placing all the sunken treasure into his locker, where it would never be seen again. So when pirates say, put him in Davy Jones' locker, it means sink him to the bottom of the sea. So Davy Jones is described as a real pirate, and even though he's barely mentioned in the manga, he is mentioned by Oda in an SBS, and he does have a lot of links with Blackbeard. Oda did not invent Davy Jones. He is a pirate from a well-known myth in the real world. According to sailors, after his curse, Davy Jones is described as a riddle of the sea with octopus tentacles for a beard and a crab claw for a hand. A claw that we can see in the quick sketch that Oda made in the SBS where he talks about him. And for a pirate, there could be no worse curse than being transformed into the very demon of legend, the most fearsome creature in the history of piracy, the Kraken. And this is where the link between Blackbeard and Davy Jones connect, because due to this curse, Davy Jones possesses a body of an octopus, just like the Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way. And if that is the case, then the Davy Jones in One Piece has 3 hearts. Because octopuses do in fact have 3 hearts, and this is the lineage that Saturn talks about in chapter 1107, the cursed lineage, the lineage of the Jones. And this is the real name of Blackbeard, Marshall D. Jones Teach. He is simply the direct descendant of Davy Jones, because Blackbeard does indeed have elements of an octopus body. Oda did reveal Blackbeard's mom in the One Piece magazine volume 8, so he is half human from his mom's side and half octopus from his dad's side. This is why Blackbeard has all these links with this animal. Earlier I mentioned octopuses having 3 hearts. Well, if we look at Blackbeard's flag, it contains 3 skulls, and octopuses have 8 arms. So does Blackbeard's Jolly Roger, containing 8 bones sticking out. Octopuses can do something called RNA editing. RNA's principal role inside a living organism is to act as a messenger carrying instructions from DNA, and to adjust to cold environments, they edit their RNA, meaning they literally evolve while they are alive. So Blackbeard, having the body of an octopus, would be able to literally edit his DNA so that he can eat more devil fruits and not die, which would also explain the different personalities Blackbeard seems to have throughout the manga. Octopuses are also known for camouflaging, and this is exactly what Teach did while being a member of the Whitebeard Pirates. The world government didn't set their eyes on him, believing he wasn't a threat, until he left the Whitebeard Pirates and formed his own crew. So this connection that Blackbeard has with octopuses does in fact make us believe that he is related to Davy Jones, who existed during the Void Century. And Blackbeard being a descendant of Davy Jones would explain why Blackbeard looks so similar to Hody Jones. Ever since Hody Jones has been introduced into the manga, a lot of fans have realized how similar these two are in appearance. This was a subtle hint from Oda. He intentionally made them look alike to suggest a connection between Blackbeard and the name Jones. Now, with all these connections with Davy Jones, it is without a doubt that Blackbeard is a direct descendant from him. But something we haven't talked about yet is Davy Jones' locker. According to Oda, Davy Jones used to put all the crew's valuables in his own locker and he sank with it. So what could be inside this famous locker locked away at the bottom of the ocean? Well, the treasure that was in Davy Jones' locker locked away was none other than the Yami Yami no Mi, Blackbeard's devil fruit. That's right. Davy Jones locked away the Yami Yami no Mi in his own locker. In One Piece, the most valuable treasure a pirate can obtain is a devil fruit. Davy Jones had a known obsession with treasures, and he found the most valuable treasure any pirate could hope to obtain: a devil fruit. But not just any devil fruit, the Yami Yami no Mi. And one could argue that this is the best devil fruit that exists in One Piece, since it can negate the power of other fruit abilities and control darkness itself. This is why Teach was so determined to get this devil fruit, because the Yami Yami no Mi is the treasure of his ancestor. So Blackbeard's real name is Marshall D. Jones Teach, and he comes from the Jones lineage, and the treasure locked away in Davy Jones' locker was the Yami Yami no Mi.